Welcome to Hawthorne. I'm Julian Slowick, and tonight it'll be our pleasure to feed you.
You're listening to Scotty and Andrew, and this is Fun with Horror.
Hello. Okay. Hello. Hello, and welcome to Movie Phone. All right. Well, this is going to be a.
It's fine.
Hello.
Keep all this.
I'm not keeping all this.
Keep it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 78 of Fun with Horror, your weekly movie review podcast in which my best friend Andrew and I take turns giving each other movies to watch, and then we discuss them the following week. We have two rules here at Fun with Horror. Number one, whoever picks the movie has to pick a movie they've never seen. And number two, we both have to watch that movie before we discuss it. Last week, it was my beautiful decision, my choice, and I chose The Menu, directed by Mark Mylod, starring Ray Fiennes, Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, and many, many others. And of course, stay tuned to the end of this episode, in which we get to hear what Andrew has chosen for our next movie. And of course, one last little thing, and this is going to lead me to something else, my friend.
Ooh, okay.
If you enjoy the show out there, please do us a favor. Go on to Apple Podcasts, go on to Spotify, leave us a nice little rating, leave us a nice little review. It helps us get the word out there to this wonderful family-friendly Disney show. But that brings me to something else, Andrew. Hi.
Yes. Hi, buddy. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
There he is.
I'm here.
So full disclosure, I've been dealing with, I had a cold 2 weeks ago.
Oh man, that sucks.
And I'm still dealing with lingering congestion. So my
sorry,
voice
buddy.
isn't at its best, and I might clear my throat a few times. I really apologize to those with headphones on right now.
That's all right. I think it's intimate. It's intimate. So people are like, oh, it's like
intimate.
It's like Scotty's like kind of breathing in my ear a little.
Because that's what everybody wants.
I think so. That's why
Can you
I
imagine?
listen.
Can you imagine you're like making out with somebody and you're like, oh, we're having a good night here. Baby, I really like you. I think you look so good. Come on. Come on.
Honestly, that's my trigger. That's mine. So
I got a lot of stuff here, buddy.
yes, please.
First of all,
yes,
this is something you and I have both noticed. We
Mm.
just want to sincerely thank everybody out there who's listening.
yes.
All of our faithful fans and listeners that have been listening for a while, but also all you new people that are listening, because we've noticed that our numbers have gone up.
Yeah, man.
And they've
Been
kind of
awesome.
stayed pretty steady.
Yeah,
Which is crazy to us. We love it.
we love it.
It's like we knew the time would come when our voices would be heard.
Right. Yes. It's time.
It's time. So yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're having so much fun.
And it
also,
is cool to
yeah.
see those numbers. I was gonna say it's not why we do it, but when we see it, it's like, oh man, that's so fun. Like it really is just, it makes us feel great. So thank you. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. And if you guys want to reach out and say hi to us, we don't really remind people of our social medias that much anymore, but
Not really.
let's do it right now. We're on Instagram,
Oh,
Fun with
yeah.
Horror Podcast on Instagram.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook group called the Fun with Horror Podcast Facebook group.
Right.
And
Yes.
it's Fun with Horror Podcast, not
Yes.
Fun with Horror. Evidently, there's other Facebook groups called Fun with Horror. So I wonder
Who
if
do they
anybody's in
think
one
they
of those
are?
groups going like, well, this is nothing about the podcast.
Right.
And then I am on Twitter,
Yes.
at FunWHorror on Twitter. So,
Yes.
and then, of course, if you want, reach out to us, email us. We have our
Yeah,
email address. It's funwithhorrorpodcast@gmail.com.
that's right. We do have an email.
Yeah, I mean, I still get plenty of emails, but nothing too personal.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know,
fair enough.
just erection medications and stuff like that.
Usual stuff. Typical
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Typical Tuesday.
Watch me squirt. Dude, you don't. The spam folder is amazing. That's
Oh
all I
my
gotta
gosh.
say.
I need to hop on there. Let's see what we got.
Real quick, buddies.
Yes.
The other thing I wanted to tell you about. I've been
Yes.
watching movies,
Yay.
and I haven't told you what they are.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I watched Morbius.
I did. Okay, I did see that. I was gonna bring it up on your Facebook. You posted like all your
Oh
movies you
man, I
watched,
spoiled it.
and I saw Morbius,
spoiled
and
it.
I was like, "What?"
I
So
spoiled
was
it by posting all the movies I watched in
Yes,
January.
well-
So you already know what I'm gonna say right now.
Please.
But Morbius,
Yeah.
I gotta say, buddy,
Uh-oh.
not that bad.
Oh, good.
I was expecting Fant four stick,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was actually entertained.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. Okay. I've been curious about this, as you know, for a long time. So I feel like I'll give it a chance, man.
You
I
might,
do
yeah.
I want to
I'll-
watch it. Yeah.
I will say that I enjoyed it almost as much as the first Venom.
Oh, okay.
You know, not a
right,
great
yeah.
movie.
Right.
Got
But
some
fun.
really stupid moments, but
Yeah. Yes.
but mostly it's like bad dialogue. And then I will say
Yeah.
this. The extra bonus credit scenes are
Mm-hmm.
horrible.
Okay.
They're the worst.
I had heard that they're a real bummer. So that's
Yeah.
good to know that is confirmed.
Without spoilers, all I can say, and I know this is getting into MCU territory here,
Right.
all I can say is that Sony desperately wants to be a part of the MCU.
Yeah.
In Spider-Man No Way Home, Marvel kind of shut Sony out of the MCU
Yes.
and said, here, work with this.
Yes. Yeah.
And then this is like Sony desperately trying to be like, but we can be a part of it. Watch what we do here. And it just doesn't work. It goes against all the rules that Marvel set forth. It's just terrible.
Oh,
I hated
guys,
it.
Come on.
I hated it.
Come on. Oh my gosh. That's good to know. I will watch it.
Yeah. I think you should watch it. Also,
Yes.
you may have seen, I have now seen Hellraiser 4, 5, and 6.
I don't remember seeing all of them. I thought it was just the next one. Ooh, buddy.
Nope. I watched Hellraiser Bloodline.
Ooh.
I watched Hellraiser Inferno. And I
Nailed
watched
it.
Hellraiser Hellseeker.
Ooh, with titles like that, I'm assuming they progressively got better. Just great, excellent, and perfect.
You wouldn't be wrong.
Oh,
It's so weird. I don't know if my expectations for these movies are just super low,
oh my gosh.
but they were all like mid-level movies. They weren't like horrible. I liked all three of them
Oh my
better than
gosh.
Hell on Earth.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I liked Hellseeker better than the other two.
Wow. Wow.
But here's something
I'm
that's going to
shocked.
blow your mind, buddy.
Lay it on me.
Start watching Hellraiser Inferno, right?
Oh, yeah.
Starring Craig Sheffer
Craig Sheffer. I know.
from Nightbreed.
Craig Sheffer.
Fire in
yes.
the Sky. Yeah, Craig
Yes.
Sheffer. Some Kind of Wonderful. And then I'm watching the opening credits and it gets to who directed it. And guess who directed it?
Who directed it?
Scott Derrickson,
No.
director of Doctor Strange
Yeah,
and The
dude.
Black Phone and Sinister.
Sinister. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then why it might not be terrible. I feel
Yeah.
like you got a pretty solid lead and a pretty really awesome director.
It's crazy, dude.
That is-
Hellraiser Bloodline has Adam Scott in it.
What?
which is nuts.
Yes, I love Adam Scott.
One of his first roles. And then Hellraiser Hellseeker
Uh-huh.
has Dean Winters, otherwise known as Mayhem, on the commercials.
Yeah, I know, Dean. Yeah.
And it's got the return of Ashley Lawrence.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Whoa, dude.
It's crazy. As Kirsty.
I might, man. You're really intriguing me today with some movies that I did not think would be
Right?
ones I needed to see.
And maybe you should do them for the podcast. Like, I'm almost sad that I didn't do them for the podcast. I expected them to be so bad
Yeah.
that there's no way we want to do these movies on the podcast. But now I'm like, man, I'm just waiting for them to get really bad.
Right. Well, we did do a kind of that retrospective of all the Candyman movies. So although we won't be going back and forth because
this would have to be something that we do when you're less busy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe we'll do like a bonus series or something. But
that'd be fun.
Oh
The
man,
Hellraiser
okay. So next for me is Hellraiser Deader.
oh no!
So come on, with a name like that, it's got to be bad, right?
It's gotta. I think you might have hit the peak with Scott Derrickson, buddy.
I think so.
When your next movie is called Deader,
We'll see.
I don't have a lot of hope for it.
5 reviews within 5 stars. I gave Hellraiser 3 1.5 because I hated it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Did not like it.
Yeah.
I gave Hellraiser Bloodline 2.5.
Okay.
I gave Hellraiser Inferno 2.5.
Okay.
And I actually gave Hellraiser Hellseeker 3 stars.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
That's
it's not great by any means, but it's not that bad.
Dude, if that was a test in high school, you'd still graduate. That's a D minus, but you're passing.
Hellraiser Hellseeker passed high school.
We're doing a lot of grades with Kylie, so I have a lot of grades on my mind.
Yes. But now I was wondering, what's next on the menu?
Is that gonna fit everyone?
Yeah, easily. 12 customers total.
How do they turn a profit?
$12.50 a head, that's how.
What are we eating, a Rolex?
It's one of his classics. You have to try the mouthfeel of the mignonette.
Please don't say mouthful.
Tonight will be madness.
Welcome. We'll endeavor to make your evening as pleasant as possible.
Welcome to Hawthorne.
Here we are family. We harvest, we ferment, we gel.
They gel.
We gel.
He's not just a chef, he's a storyteller. The game is trying to guess what the overarching theme of the entire meal is going to be. You won't know till the end.
Who are you?
I am Margot. Why do you care?
I have to know if you're with us or with them. This menu,
The pictures, they're of us.
this guest list,
How did he get these? It's not good.
this entire evening.
This is just theater. It's stagecraft.
We're leaving now. Has been painstakingly planned.
This is real, isn't it?
What the hell is going on?
We now offer you a 45-second head start. Okay, 45 seconds starts now. This is what you're paying for.
Get out of my way.
It's all part of the menu.
It's okay.
No, we're gonna die tonight.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
You told him it was my birthday?
Seemed funny about 3 hours ago.
Now, before we jump into our movie, I just want to let everyone know I'm not saying sorry because you and I have talked about this, but I have Enzo sitting here with me, so there might be some background noises. We'll see. He's being pretty.
Hey,
good,
look at what I'm dealing with congestion. You have a baby. This is a great episode.
I like it. Hey, you know what? This is us in our natural state, people. All right,
Our
This is
natural habitat.
our natural habitat.
Habitat.
All right. So if you don't like this, no, I'm kidding. Please stay. We love you. No, but buddy, I have been wanting to see this one for a while. This movie, The Menu.
The menu.
I didn't know anything going into it, which I think I'm happier for that. However, before we jump into it and before we do our discussion, this is everyone's warning, spoiler warning. We're going to discuss the menu. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to go through everything from start to finish. Maybe not. I don't know. But we're going to talk a lot about it. So if you've not seen it, don't listen anymore if you don't like spoilers. But if you don't mind them, stay. We want you here. We love you. But if you want to go watch it, and then come right back to this spot. But without further ado, buddy, do you want to give everyone a 3-minute recap on this movie?
Yes, and remember the rules of our 3-minute recap. If I go over 3 minutes, I die.
That's right. I will. I have hired someone. They are outside of your window right now. So just heads up.
Is it Ray Fiennes?
It is. How did you know? It's a side business.
I've always said if I ever die, I want it to be by Ray Fiennes' hands.
I think we all have said that at some point in our lives. Ooh, sorry.
Anyway, yeah. So
Yes.
I think I'm ready. I don't know.
All right. I think you're gonna do great. This one, yeah. So be an interesting one. But whenever you're ready, my friend, take it away. Send us on that journey.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Okay, so the menu is about a bunch of rich people that go to an island to have a very exclusive dinner at a restaurant called Hawthorne, run by Michelin-starred chef Julian Slowick. First and foremost in our group are Tyler and Margot. Tyler has brought Margot by surprise because his previous guest could not make it for whatever reason we don't know. They all get to this restaurant. The people that work at the restaurant are a little bit taken aback that Margot's there and not another guest, but things continue. Chef Slowick starts to bring out the food, and it's very, very high end. It's very Michelin-starred food, and everything is going. Weird things happen, and then suddenly he introduces an item called the mess. And this is when the movie takes a shift because one of his chefs comes out and shoots himself in front of everybody. Everything starts to go haywire at that moment. And we eventually learn, first of all, that Margot is a call girl that Tyler brought, or an escort, let's say, that Tyler brought with him. And that is why it's throwing everything off for Chef Slowick, because he has plans to kill himself, his chefs, and all the diners at the end of the evening. That is part of the menu. So things continue. He has conversations with Margot, whether she wants to die with the guests, the takers, or the chefs, the givers. He eventually sends Margot to his house, where she gets into a confrontation with the hostess or the host, Elsa, and she kills Elsa. She brings this drum of stuff back to the restaurant. She calls a Coast Guard who turns out to also be a chef for the restaurant. All this stuff happens. Finally, at the end, she calls the chef's bluff she just throws him for a loop by asking him to cook her something very simple, a cheeseburger, which is what he won an award for early in his youth. He makes her the best cheeseburger she's ever had. He lets her go, and then the rest of the whole restaurant is set on fire with the final dish, the dessert dish, and Margot watches it all from a boat in the water while she eats her cheeseburger. The end.
Dude, that was perfect. That was like just over 2.5 minutes, and let me call Rafe real quick. Rafe, you can go. He did it in under 3. Okay, love you too. Bye. All right, we're good.
Awesome. Oh, I hear some footsteps receding
good.
outside my door. Okay, good.
Okay, you got it.
Good.
I'm glad I put the phone up too, like everyone can see me do it.
But now
so.
I just lost the chance to meet Ray Fiennes.
Oh shoot! No, I have him on speed. I'll get him. I'll get him over there. Don't worry.
Yeah, but no, it's kind of a catch-22. If I meet him, I have to die.
You're right. That's true. But what a way to go. Dude, I have to say, that was perfect though. Your 3 minutes was like, that was exactly what we needed.
I skimmed over a lot, buddy. There's so
we'll
much
talk about
that
stuff.
I skimmed over.
You gave us, I think the important beats were there, and that's what we need in a 3-minute recap. So I think you nailed it, man.
Thanks, pal.
Proud of you.
Man,
But I think I love you, buddy. Man, I love you. You're the best.
You're the best.
Stop it.
Okay, stop.
All right. I think the question on all of our minds, myself included, and everyone listening, what did you think of the menu?
Well, everybody listening also wants to know what you thought of the menu. Let's not. Ziggy, what are you doing? This is my microphone stand. Stop it.
Stop.
Sorry, Ziggy the horror cat, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Ziggy.
I thought this movie was brilliant.
Yeah.
I love this movie.
Yes.
Especially it's yet another movie that is fantastic the first time and even more rewarding the second time you watch it.
Nice.
What a movie, man.
Yeah.
Like everything was just it's almost a perfect movie in my eyes.
Yep.
One of the best movies of last year for sure.
Yep.
What did you think of it?
I completely agree. I have 0 in my unliked section for this movie.
I think I also have 0 in my negatives. I don't really have too many critiques. I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I agree with you. I think I might have told you this, but my wife watched it with me. And we were like, we started kind of late. And so we said, we'll probably be able to watch like a part of it. And then, we'll have to jump back into it. But we were both so captivated that it started getting later and later. And Enzo was awesome. He was stayed asleep the whole time upstairs. And we both were like, we can't turn this off. Like, we have to finish this. It's too good. And it was a fantastic movie.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Enzo.
Yeah. Thank you, Enzo. He doesn't care.
And thank you, Ziggy the horror cat.
Thank you, Ziggy.
Yeah, Ziggy's going nuts right now. He's doing his like podcast thing where he goes nuts while we record.
Right. It's like, oh, you guys need some quiet time. Let me take care of that.
So first of all, directed by Mark Mylod, who has mainly done episodic television, but really good episodic television.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's done Shameless. He's done some Game of Thrones.
Oh, cool.
He's done some Succession.
Oh, nice.
Which I still have to watch. I haven't seen Succession. The composer, the music. I'm just going to start with the music.
Please, yes, please.
So I've been a fan of Colin Stetson for quite a while, before he even started doing movie scores.
Nice.
And of course, he did Hereditary. He did last year's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, baby.
And then the music for this movie was incredible.
I agree, dude. Absolutely agree.
It was so freaking good.
It set up every scene beautifully and gave you the exact feeling you needed to have before it even began. Like it was awesome. I totally agree with you.
Man. And then the cinematography.
Yes.
And it wasn't just cinematography. It was cinematography coupled with like, I don't know, graphic design, production design, because you had all of these moments that introduced each plate.
Yes. Oh, yes, dude.
Of the menu. And they were fantastic. They looked great. It looked like you were watching like a high-end chef's table show or something like that,
Yep.
But even like way better.
Yeah. Yep.
And that coupled with Colin Stetson's music was incredible.
Totally agree.
So cinematographer Peter Deming.
Nice.
Oh man, check this out.
Lay it on me, dude.
The New Mutants. Twin Peaks, The Return, the Showtime Twin Peaks.
Yep.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh.
Scream 2 through 4.
Yeah, dude.
He shot all 3 of those. Drag Me to Hell.
Oh yeah, man.
And last but definitely not least, Evil Dead 2.
Nuh-uh. Well done. Well done. Oh my gosh. That's a freaking hero right there.
And then, oh my God, like the actors. We had Ray Fiennes, we had Hong Chau, who played Elsa, who was amazing.
She was awesome.
Anya Taylor-Joy, of course.
Yeah. Always a win.
Nicholas
Always.
Hoult. Janet McTeer played Lillian Bloom.
Yep.
And Paul Adelstein played Ted.
Yes.
And then John Leguizamo played,
dude.
It's interesting. In IMDb, he's just credited as movie star.
Really?
But in the movie, his name is George Diaz.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure they call him by name a few times in that. So interesting.
And now, Andrew, you told me something really cool about his part.
Well, originally,
tell us again.
Hear me out, everybody. I thought this was a fun fact that the part of John Leguizamo, who I love dearly, he's great, but it was originally going to be Daniel Radcliffe playing the part. And in the movie, you find out that the reason John Leguizamo's there is because there's a movie he did and the chef hated it, so he wanted to kill him basically for that. And so for this one, he was actually going to say the movie Frankenstein that Daniel Radcliffe did, which I've actually never seen, but he said that was going to be the movie that made him want to kill him. But I thought it would have been, it was just scheduling that didn't work, but it would have been funny to see, the two of them together again.
Yeah.
In a movie would have been silly. So, however, John Leguizamo did a great job. He played the part very well. And
I think when I think about it, I think John Leguizamo was a little bit more perfect.
Yep. I would agree with you.
Seeing Daniel Radcliffe, you would have been slightly distracted by the whole Harry Potter Voldemort thing.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Whereas John Leguizamo, he was exactly what he needed to be.
Yep. And he played the part beautifully. I mean, he really did. He was cast. He was the perfect casting for it. You're absolutely right.
And now his assistant, did you by any chance watch any of the video that I sent?
I did not. No, I didn't.
Okay. Because I did not know who Amy Carrero was until I'm a big nerd and I watch Critical Role.
Oh, yeah.
Voice actors playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
They had a side game, I guess, an offshoot. Ooh.
Oh, I got a baby. I'm gonna just move him real quick. I'm listening.
That's fine.
I'm here.
They had this side thing called Exandria Unlimited. Not to get too nerdy. Amy Carrero was one of the players of that game.
Oh, cool.
So I got to see her there, and I learned that she was an actress, voice actress. So when I saw that she was cast in this and was such a big part.
Yeah, she was. Yes.
On the poster and everything. I was like, I don't know her personally, but you feel so proud of people for making it,
For sure. Absolutely.
It was just so cool to see her like in something huge like this.
And she was great too. She again played the part perfectly. I thought she was wonderful. So I really liked her, and I do hope we see more of her and some other things.
And then the one other actor that I wanted to mention was, like, it was so nice to see Judith Light in a movie. Like, you're a young whippersnapper, Andrew.
Yeah.
I grew up with Who's the Boss?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
A sitcom with Tony Danza, to all you young people out there.
Yeah.
Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza. And Judith Light was the female lead.
Nice. Yeah.
And I thought that was just so nice to see her in a movie.
That's awesome.
So, man, I don't even know where to begin. Like, it's all about what we loved about this movie.
Well, I'll start. I mean, opening scene, I was like immediately captivated. I thought, because again, I kind of went in blind on this one. I knew nothing except some of the actors. That was about all I knew. I didn't really even know the story. So
so what did you know? You just
Nothing.
knew who was in it.
I knew who was in it, and that it was a restaurant. That's literally all I knew. I knew nothing.
Honestly, that's all I knew too.
Right on. Nice.
I knew that it was about people in a restaurant having dinner at a restaurant.
Right.
And I knew that Ray Fiennes played the chef.
Yeah.
And I knew that people were putting it in a horror adjacent kind of category.
Yes. Yep. I saw that as well. Yep.
Which is obviously why I picked it for the podcast.
Right. Of course.
To see why, and we saw why.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. I definitely. It definitely works for our podcast. I'll say
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I mean,
so, go ahead.
Like just right away, I was captivated because not knowing the story, I was very intrigued when we see all these kind of what's socialite? Is that the word? Like the right socialite? Yeah.
You just say rich people.
Rich people. Yeah, all these rich people. No. Going on this ship or kind of cruise ship, I guess, to an island, and I was like, why are they going to? What is this? Like, what is going to happen here? I was super intrigued by that because you think, I don't know, whenever I think horror and islands, I always think, oh, people can't get off. You know, is this going to be like they're hunting them? Is this? I didn't know what to expect. You know, so I'm like, I was intrigued. I was excited.
It's like somebody said on Letterboxd, one of the little short reviews is like, I've never been so happy that a movie wasn't about cannibalism.
Right. Yes. Absolutely.
Because you think that is this movie going to be like they're eating people?
Right.
And I'm so glad. Me too. I'm glad that it didn't go that direction because
me too.
We've been there before.
Yes, we've seen it. We've done it. This was totally, I would say this is a very original movie. Some I've not seen ever, which I appreciate. And I loved it. Oh, I loved it.
Oofta. So, man. One thing that I thought was very cool, I believe the movie was shot chronologically.
Oh, cool. That's
because
awesome.
Every time, one of the challenges was that you have so many scenes where it's in between courses and you see the chefs in the background cooking.
Right. Oh, yeah.
They made sure that when you see the chefs in the background cooking, they are cooking the next course. Like they're doing things that they would be doing to prepare the next course.
That's cool, dude. Man, details, dude. That's awesome.
The details were insane.
Yeah.
There's a making of a little behind the scenes thing that comes with the movie, and like just getting high end chefs to I don't know the word I'm looking for here. Consult.
Oh, right. Yeah.
To be on set to show everybody, what it is, what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And
cool.
that was amazing.
That was cool.
The characters. I mean, nobody was likable, and it was so much fun. First of all, the first viewing, it was so much fun trying to figure out who these people were.
Right, for sure.
And then why they were there.
Right.
When you find out that they're all there on purpose.
Right, exactly.
The second viewing, it's fun knowing why everybody's there and watching that unfold.
Awesome.
Because let's talk about the people, I guess. Because we have Tyler and Margot.
Right, our kind of two main leads.
Yeah, the main characters.
Yeah. I'm here.
So Tyler has brought Margot, and Margot, it's really great because we, at the beginning, even knowing who Margot is the second time, it's really cool how they make her look like she's his girlfriend.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Probably a new girlfriend, but still a girlfriend.
Yep.
On the other hand, Tyler, the second viewing, looks even more like just pitiful. He's just pathetic.
Yeah, he's a piece of crap through that whole movie. He's just yeah.
And it's almost annoying the second viewing. It's almost annoying because like in the first, you're like, oh, okay, he's like really into this. He's really into this.
Yeah, he's a big nerd about all of this. Yeah.
But then we find out that he's actually been corresponding with Chef Slowick because he has this amazing hero worship.
Yes.
For Chef Slowick. and
like
what he does.
unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like very unhealthy worship. Yeah.
And the fact is he knows. He knows that they're all going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And he still goes. And the question that you ask yourself is, does he still go because he would do anything for Chef Slowick, including be killed in this mass murder?
Right.
Or does he just not really, like, does he believe that it's all part of a show and that they're not all going to die?
Well, honestly, I thought, because even like when I was watching with Cindy, she's like, why would they all do this? Because like all the chefs are in on it. I mean, they're all are willing to die. And I said, well, I mean, look at any cult. Like a cult leader can get people to do horrifying things. I'm totally drawing a blank on the super famous one, the crazy guy with the beard and that killed
David Koresh, Jim
well,
Jones.
No, he had the swastika tattoo. Manson, gosh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, he was horrible. But I mean that it's a good example. He got this group of people to do these horrible things as a leader of these, as a cult leader. I mean, it's essentially.
I say even further. Look at Jim Jones, because Jim Jones is the one who had people kill themselves by drinking cyanide laced Kool-Aid,
and it was like hundreds of people. It was a lot of people. You're right. So that's a very good. That's
and
a good.
Then
yeah.
Just look at look at some of our political parties out there.
Yep.
Anyway, not to get political. Sorry.
No, I'm with you, buddy. I'm there with you.
Yeah, I mean, people will do anything.
Yeah.
For somebody they follow like that.
Mm-hmm. So I going back to your thought though of like, did he do it because he'd follow him, or did he think that it was a joke? Oh, hold on.
Oh, baby.
Oh, I got a baby here.
Enzo knows.
Enzo gets it. No, I hope not.
No, but you are absolutely right, because at that point Tyler is more like the chefs in the back who know what's going to happen. They're part of it. They're doing it for Slowick.
So I think he's just a cult member ready to go for his quote unquote leader,
and then the rest of the people, the rest of the people in the restaurant, they stay there because they understand that they're not the best of people.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Like they've been, I guess they've been exposed to themselves for who they are.
Yep.
So at that point, they're just like, we don't deserve to to leave this place,
Right. And I actually,
even Slowick says that. He's like, have you asked yourself why? Like, why haven't you fought to get out of here?
Right.
It's
true. When I love to it jumping just kind of the end when Margot, does her, says, can I get it to go? And he says, yeah. And then as she walks towards the door and kind of looks back at everyone and gets kind of the, go ahead and leave from everybody. I liked that moment where it's like, we're pieces of crap, but you have a chance. You're not like us. Go. You know what I mean? And I liked that.
And she also looks like she's got the thought, should I do something to save these people? And it's like, nah.
Yeah. It's just, it was a, I just like that moment.
They deserve this. Right. Yeah. And that's also great. Like the whole thing with the cheeseburger, like what a brilliant scene. And you really see, because Slowick, obviously he's unhinged to do what he's going to do, but you never feel like he is.
Right.
You always feel like he's just in control.
Right.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yep. He has it all planned out. He's ready to do what needs to be done.
Right. But then when Margot goes to his house, she sees the picture of, him, chef of the month or something.
Right. Yeah.
He's got the award for best chef, and he's cooking a cheeseburger
at like a little, diner, like a ma and pa kind of shop, which is, it's nice. It's sweet. And I like that.
And and I thought it was brilliant that, he was going to let her die with everybody else.
Yep.
But then she stops him.
Yeah.
And she knows exactly what to do. And
so smart.
She tells him that she's sending her food back.
Yep.
You know, and then she says that, you know, she's still hungry. And
Yeah.
he says, "What do you want?" And she knows to bring him back to when he first enjoyed cooking.
Right. Because that's the whole thing. He's lost his love for what he does. He's lost his passion because of these people in this room, or, you know, because of the types of people. And so, yeah, I thought her bringing him back to the moment he was the happiest.
Yeah.
It's brilliant, because again, it kind of gets him out of that cycle too of like, I'm on a mission. Oh, wait a minute. There's a fork in the road now, which I thought was it was brilliant. And I have to say too, that cheeseburger looked,
oh my God,
amazing.
dude. It looked so good.
Oh my gosh.
I watched this movie at night.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately it was too late to go get a cheeseburger. But
yeah.
And then the second time I watched it, I had already eaten lunch. So I was like, man, every single time I watch this movie, I want a cheeseburger after. Because man, that looked like a good cheeseburger.
It honestly looks like it would be the best cheeseburger I've ever had. Like it just,
and it's supposed to. Like, I mean, if I had a cheeseburger, yes, I would want a cheeseburger made by a Michelin-starred chef.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, what kind of cheeseburger could that guy give me?
Right.
Or lady. If
right. Oh
if
yeah.
it-
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Not all chefs are male.
No, this is true. This is very
Shut
true.
up, Scotty.
Gosh, Scotty, you're gonna ruin this.
Ruin everything.
Ruin it all. No, but and I love too that she asks him about how much would that cost, and she asks for fries, and then says how much would it cost? It's $9.95 or whatever. And I love when she leaves, she sets down a $10 bill and then walks. It just was a brilliant ending, man. I loved every little detail about that. It was so
and
perfect.
the look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
I think that moment may have been Ray Fiennes' greatest moment in the movie.
Agreed. Yep. It was,
man.
It like, honestly, I've said this about a few of our movies, but I highly recommend this. Obviously, watch the whole thing, but really, I mean, if you want to see some fine acting, that last, like I said, the whole thing, but fine acting, fine storytelling, that last like
fine
20
dining
minutes,
and some fine acting.
All of it. If you want the whole
if you want something that is fine, watch this movie.
Watch at least
here on Fun with Horror, we review fine movies.
They're fine. I'd say 5-star fines.
Starring Ray Fiennes.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
That was Fineception right there.
That was.
All right, let's continue.
What have we done?
Okay, so then who are the other guests? Okay, so
excuse me.
Possibly the most disturbing guest was let me get their names.
Oh, yes.
Richard and Anne. Okay. Richard being Reed Birney.
Yes.
The older guy who recognizes Margot.
Yes. Yep.
And then
which she
Anne,
recognized at the very beginning as well.
Yeah. So why are they there?
Oh man. They go there often.
Yes.
They go there a lot. I'm trying to remember what the reason was.
Well,
help me out.
Slowick asks him, he's like, "Oh, you're regulars. You've been here like 10, 11 times, you know."
Yeah.
And then he asks him, "Name anything that was on the menu."
Right.
The last time you came. And like at this point he's cut off the guy's ring finger.
Right. Oh yeah.
Oh man. It's
so bad. Yeah.
And he can't come up with a single item. He goes there just to go.
Right. That's right.
He doesn't go there to enjoy the food.
Yeah.
He goes there. Yeah, because he can. And even his wife at that point says cod. Which brings up one of my favorite lines in the movie when Slowick goes, "It wasn't cod, you donkey."
Yes.
Oh my god, I love
that.
I
thought you were gonna say the worst ones there because they're bad, but I was thinking the three guys.
No. We'll get to them.
Oh, okay.
But here's why Richard and Anne are the worst.
Okay, tell me.
So Richard, we find out, you know, because obviously he recognizes Margot.
Oh, right.
We find out Margot is an escort.
Yep.
We also find out that Richard once hired Margot to sit in a room and make eye contact with him.
Yeah.
While he masturbated in front of her.
That's right. I forgot about that story. Yeah.
She wanted her to say that she was his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the worst. I really didn't register that until my second viewing.
Yikes.
But the moment when Anne is like, she looks like our daughter. And he's like, no, she looks nothing like it. And you realize that Richard probably, like, disgustingly hires escorts that resemble his daughter.
That's horrifying.
And then masturbates to them.
Gosh. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they're the worst.
They're the worst.
Yep. My bad. Yep.
So it may not ultimately be why Slowick decides they should die with everybody else, but worse than anything.
Yeah, that's fine. Take them.
So that's bad.
Yeah, good gravy.
All right, so yeah, the influencer, since you mentioned him.
Yeah, and now that I remember what he did, no, I just thought they were, because they're just horrible people.
Yeah.
They're just horrible, shady, taking money, which that I'm jumping ahead, or I'm kind of jumping everywhere.
It's fine.
But I loved the scene when they all get their tortillas.
Yeah.
And on the tortillas, there's
tortillas.
There's
that was my favorite moment of the entire
like
movie,
blackmail on them all. Like theirs has, I don't know, they embezzled or something, and it's like their whatever they embezzled. It's like
I was
actually onto them.
I was gonna get to the tortillas.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to talk about the different courses too.
Oh, okay. We'll jump. Then let's do that later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we'll talk about everybody else's, but yes, they were embezzling money.
Right. Yeah. And they were just big D-bags.
Oh,
all three of them. Just gross, chauvinistic, like we're better than.
When they brought out the course that was the accompaniments without the bread.
Right.
They were just so horrible about it.
Yeah. Don't you know? And they did that line of, "Don't you know who we are?"
Yeah.
You're just like,
oh, because they know the owner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The owner who
that scene.
We also get to see die.
Yep. The angel investor, if you will.
But that also brought up one of the best lines in the movie, because when they start complaining about the bread, Elsa comes up in the one guy's ear and she says, "You will eat more than you desire and less than you deserve."
Yes.
And I was like, oh,
awesome.
And the way his face just dropped, it was just like so good.
Yep. And again, kudos to her. She played that part so very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know we already said it, but that was great.
Oh, she's everything. And then so then we have Lillian Bloom, and her, I don't know if it's her assistant or just her lapdog.
I don't know. Yeah.
He was pathetic.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Anything she needed, he was like right there.
And it wasn't just that. It was that if she said something like at the beginning, she says, "It's these biomes," and he says, yeah, but they're more like that. And she's like, "No, I like biomes." And he goes, "No, yeah, you're right, biomes."
Yes. Yep.
He's just
a
like,
yes man. Yeah.
Exactly. He's there to agree with her about everything.
Yeah. And I knew.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I knew her. I don't know if you've watched the show Ozark.
I haven't.
Oh, she's on that. So I knew her, and immediately I was like, "Oh, Ozark." Anyway,
I've seen her in stuff too. I just did not know what, because she kind of reminds me of I forget.
Jane Lynch.
No. The actress from Roseanne, back in Roseanne.
Oh,
her best friend.
Oh,
Every time I see,
I could see that
Janet McTeer.
Yeah,
I always think of her, and I can't remember her name right now, but
I could totally see that.
Forgive me, Roseanne fans.
Yes, it's okay. We're gonna get some letters.
But yeah, so she helped get Slowick started,
right.
But at the same time, she also used her pretentious powers as a food critic
Mhm.
to actually get restaurants shut down.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that's why she was there, just because she was.
Yeah,
Do you have
I
any
think.
other thoughts?
Well, I was just gonna say, I can't remember if I sent you the video of it. I might have. The smoking. Did I send you that?
I don't know. Tell me
Okay,
more.
so at the very beginning with our two main
Margot.
Tyler and Margot. Margot goes to light up a cigarette, and Tyler immediately is like, "Don't smoke that. That'll ruin your palate, and it'll ruin everything." Later through the movie, we see what's her name, the food critic.
Yeah.
When they're all about, realize they're gonna die. It's all the girls are sitting at a table because the men have run off to get chased.
And she and Margot are smoking. Yeah.
They're smoking, and so it's just kind of a nice little shout out of like, maybe her food critic, maybe she shouldn't be one because her palate's probably busted up right before she goes and eats.
You did. I don't. If you sent me that, I did not.
Okay, I might not have sent it to you, but I saw that and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Because again, might be something that he sees as like, you're terrible, like you're ruining your palate. You can't judge these foods, and yet you're shutting down restaurants. So I thought that was pretty good. A good little detail.
Well, also the whole thing, the brilliant thing with the emulsion.
Yes.
It's like she's so pretentious that she criticizes the emulsion in one of the tiny little things in the accompaniments dish. So they just keep bringing her more emulsion, like bigger.
They bring her that big giant bowl of the soup or
broken emulsion.
Yes, it's so awesome. It's huge.
Oh man. So then finally we have George Diaz and Felicity.
Mm-hmm.
John Leguizamo and Amy Carrero.
Yeah.
And probably the ones that deserve to be there the least.
Yeah, I would say so.
Other than Margot, who was there by accident. But,
right.
But yeah, simply because let's just recap this. Calling Dr. Sunshine, is that what it's called?
Yes,
yeah, Calling Dr. Sunshine. Because Slowick had one day off and he decided to see a movie and the movie was horrible. So he felt like he had wasted his precious time off by sitting through this horrible movie.
Brilliant.
George Diaz made.
Yep. Oh my gosh. I will say there is one more guest we didn't talk about though too once we finish up. Yeah. I was gonna say one more, but yep. Yeah, his mom. Yeah.
Yeah. That was heavy.
That was heavy. Oof.
And she was resigned to it too.
Right. And well, she was passed out from drinking. She had been drinking that from start to finish. And even he says, look, he makes that speech. I think that was maybe one of the first moments where I went, oh, things are weird here. Because he talks about his mom and he does that speech of like, when I grew up with her and she, was all this horrible things. And I'm just like, oh, this is.
Was it the speech about when his mom got strangled?
Oh, was that what it was? Oh, yes. I'm sorry. It wasn't the mom. Yes, it was the dad. I'm sorry. Yes.
Well, no, it was about the mom.
Right.
But he was talking about how his dad strangled her.
Yes.
And how he stabbed his dad in the thigh with scissors. And that introduced one of his courses.
That's right.
But I thought that was brilliant because he said he stabbed his dad in the thigh.
Right.
Maybe he should have stabbed his dad in the eye or something. He says something like that.
Yeah.
But he did what he could.
Right.
Even if it wasn't enough. And then later, his one of his chefs, who he sexually harassed.
Oh.
She stabs him in the thigh with the same scissors.
I didn't catch that. I knew she did it, but I did not put that together. Ooh, that's good.
Well, because that's to me, okay, if I have any critique, it's that scene because it's such a confusing scene the way it's filmed.
Right. Yeah.
Because it almost makes it look like she like hit him in the pee-pee.
Yes, yeah, that's what I thought for sure at first until we see him pull it out. But I went, oh.
Then you realize it's the thigh, and then I realized, oh wow. He let her stab him and exactly like he stabbed his dad.
Wow, I did
to stop
not
his
catch
dad
that.
from hurting his mom.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dude.
That was pretty cool.
That is cool. I did not catch that. Man, good work, buddy.
Hey, it's okay. I watched it twice. That's all. So well, we don't really have to go through all the courses. I thought the second course was hilarious. The breadless accompaniments.
Yes. Yeah. That's awesome.
And
And everyone complaining.
Yeah, everybody's reaction.
Yes.
Especially like when Margot is like, what the hell is this? And
Yeah.
Tyler is just thinking it's the most brilliant thing he's ever seen.
Yes. And I love too that Margot, because that was another good scene, is right after that, I think Margot goes to the bathroom to go smoke, and she's like, this is nuts. And I love that Ray Fiennes just goes in immediately and is like, why don't you like it here? Tell me everything. And she's like, whoa, get out of here. It was such an intense little scene, but it was like, it just sets up everything. And it's kind of their first interaction together. And you're just like, Ishka. Oofta.
See, that's one thing I really, really loved about the movie, though, is that it seemed to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It seemed to sit on this tightrope, balancing between parody and making fun of like high-end dining and chefs.
Right.
But at the same time, homaging, what's the word I'm looking for here? Honoring them.
Okay. Yeah, that would be the right.
Paying them homage, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
I can't think, buddy.
I think that's.
I can't think at all.
That's all right. That's all right. I think you're
right
right.
In the middle of a podcast, and I can't think.
We're doing a podcast? Oh, shoot. I wish I had known.
I would have tied the baby up. No. Oh no.
No, no.
No. Yeah, but it just seems like it's paying tribute to these high-end restaurants and chefs. And also poking some fun at them as well.
Right. I agree.
But I love how even in this dinner, his final dinner, when he's gonna kill everybody, he deeply cares about what people like Margot think of his food.
Right. Yes, exactly. Yep.
He's so accustomed to people loving his food that he's just like,
now.
And then I love that he says when she won't eat it, I love that he says, I've planned this meal out specifically so that you'll be the perfect amount of full.
Right.
Like, I forget how he says it, but he's like,
right.
He doesn't want everybody to be too full or too hungry. And if everybody just eats what he gives them, it'll be perfect.
Yep.
But just because she won't eat those little dots of sauce, like she's going to be hungry at the end of the night.
Yep. Genius, dude.
So then we had the third course, which was memory, which was the
knife or the scissors.
Yeah, the scissors in the
chicken thigh or whatever.
Yeah, the meat. Right. I can't remember what it was. And that came out. So let's talk about the tortillas real quick.
Yes,
that was brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
It was awesome.
I loved the tortillas.
Yes.
I did too. I loved Elsa's line about tortillas. Delicioso.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah.
No. What is this?
Yeah.
Tortillas. So good. But yeah, so Lillian Bloom gets tortillas with the restaurants that she shut down printed on them.
Yes. Yep.
Richard and Anne starts with like a happy anniversary tortilla.
Yes.
And memories of them, but then pictures of Richard with other women.
Yeah.
Yep. Who probably look like his daughter.
Yes, exactly. Yikes.
Tyler, maybe my favorite, Tyler.
Yes, I loved his.
Because they specifically said, and this fed me, buddy.
Laid on me.
Because they're like, please put your cameras away. Do not take pictures of the food.
Yes.
And he brought his camera out.
Yep.
And oh man, when somebody tells you to put the camera away,
yep,
and people still bring their cameras out, oh man, I just want them. And the fact that they took pictures of it and showed it to him on the tortilla was fantastic.
And it was like he was so scared of it. Sorry, I'm moving away from the camera.
That's
because
fine.
it's like, again, his idol, his hero.
I'm sorry,
asked him
you
not
were
to
away
do it.
from the camera?
Well, I
Microphone.
technically. Oh, this guy is loud right now.
It's okay.
I'm not gonna apologize for it. I think we might need a pause just for 1 second, though.
Let's
if we
pause.
could.
Is he gonna keep doing that?
And we're back.
Hi.
Enzo is in his little bouncer now.
Yes, he's next to me. Hopefully, he'll be pretty calm. I gave him some new toys. He just needs a new change of scenery.
So back to the tortillas.
Tortillas.
George Diaz had the calling Dr. Sunshine advertisement on his tortillas. And then, of course, we've already talked about it, but the influencer, the Echo Bright. I love the name of their company, Echo Bright. It's just so perfect.
It really is.
Yeah, so they have their bank records and stuff.
Right.
So, and then so what was your reaction at the turning point of the movie when Slowick brings out his sous chef? Yeah, and they pull the curtain close and he just shoots himself.
I went, okay. So this is where we're going with this.
Okay.
Movie. Even though I didn't know what was still going to happen, I just went, okay, they're all going to die, like for sure. Everyone's going to die. So that was my initial or immediate reaction after seeing that.
You thought they were all going to die at that point?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I just went, okay, well, that's obviously not fake. You know, like some of them said, oh, it's all part of the, part of the experience, or it's just pretend. And I was like, no, that's not pretend. Like, they're all going to die. It was just like,
wow.
That was my initial thought, was everyone.
I mean, I still didn't know that. I still wasn't thinking they were all going to die. I just thought, wow, this is quite a thing that's happening.
I think I knew. I mean, obviously, I didn't know the end. I didn't know if people were going to live or stuff, but I just thought that was
right.
Like,
no, but that was his goal now.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Kill everyone.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess with this movie, I wasn't really thinking ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I was just letting it unfold, and that's one thing I loved about it. Nice. Is that I was just the way the story unfolded. The pacing was just fantastic.
For sure, some of the best pacing I would say in a movie I've seen in a while.
Yeah, like I could seriously, as soon as we're done, I could watch this movie again. And
I agree. This movie was excellent.
But yeah, so, and then again, Tyler's reaction after the mess, like he's still not even phased. No. And they bring out food. They bring out food, which is the actual mess, the food that chef prepared.
Right.
And Tyler just starts eating it. And he's like, Yeah. Oh my God. I hated him so much.
Me too. He was just the worst. I did love when she slapped him, though. I felt a little better.
Yes.
That was nice.
And that's when Richard and Anne start to leave.
Yes. Oh my God.
And I forget the line, but he's like, something about his hand, and she's like, which hand?
Yes, yeah.
And then she chooses for him, and oh man. And that's when everybody else started to really realize that this wasn't all a show.
Exactly.
So I guess fifth course, so this is where I got a little lost. Fifth course was kind of the palate cleanser, which was the tea.
Right. Yes.
Because then they call Man's Folly, where the female chef stabs him. Catherine stabs him in the thigh, and then the men go running off.
Yeah, they say you can leave.
They call that sixth course.
Yes.
So fifth course must have been the tea.
Yeah, that's
which also included the drowning of Doug Varick, the owner of the restaurant, which was
hardcore. But I like that he was the angel investor, and so they put him in angel wings.
Yeah.
And then just dip him in the water. It's like, oh my God.
Until he drowned.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, it's messed up. But I have to say though, even though that part was, that's dark, I really did like to see the three investor kind of D-bags go, and kind of freak out. I was like, good. You guys are terrible. I don't like you. It was just nice to see them go, oh, we don't have any power here.
So, oh man. Now what about the next course, which was Tyler's bullshit.
Oh man. That was so awkward in the best way, because like having him cook in front of all of his heroes, I mean his main hero, and then all these chefs that he also kind of idolizes as well, and have them all watching him, and he's not a cook, he doesn't know what he's doing,
but he only idolizes them because they get to work with Slowick.
Right, that's true. But just having those professionalized, I mean, I kind of put myself in his shoes in that moment too, of like, if I was doing something and I wasn't good at it, but something like acting, you know, I wasn't great, we all know that, but
what, stop it.
Stop it. But I mean, if I had all these bigwigs around me watching me, you know, it would be awkward, it'd be uncomfortable a little bit. So I totally in that moment was like, this is so cringy in the best way. Like it was just beautiful, kind of a beautiful scene.
Yeah.
But also just to see him fail miserably as the big, you know, idiot that he is was so nice. It was so good. And that moment too where Ray Fiennes eats his food and is like, almost makes it sound like he's gonna praise him and then says it's horrible. It was just icing on the cake. I love
Andrew.
it. Yes.
Andrew.
Yeah.
You are a very good actor.
Stop
no, I'm serious. You came to LA. You got a part in a horror movie. It may not have been a great horror movie, but that's a bigger part than most people get in this city.
Well, thanks, buddy.
You had a little bitty part in Big Love, which was a major HBO series.
Thanks,
you are a good actor, buddy.
Well, thanks.
We all know that Los Angeles and Hollywood is not necessarily always about talent. It's about
true.
every actor out there will tell you there's a great deal of luck that happens, being in the right place at the right time.
That's true.
So don't you
thank
dare
you,
put
buddy.
yourself down. You're a great actor.
Well, thanks, pal. I love you. I appreciate you.
I love you too, buddy. Come on. So I remembered one little thing that I can critique about the movie.
Oh, okay.
And it's so nitpicky, it's so tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Margot and Elsa, when Margot goes to Slowick's house.
Yes.
Their fight.
Right.
It was a little like generic fighting scene type thing. I mean, it was good. It was fine. But in a movie that was as elevated as the rest of the movie was, it was just kind of a little action scene.
Yeah, I get that.
That could have been done differently, I guess. That would have fit the movie better.
I get that. Yeah.
I didn't hate the scene. It just felt somewhat out of place.
No, I get that. I totally get that.
So I don't know.
It did. It seemed like an action movie all of a sudden.
Yeah, kind of. And that's just my opinion.
I get it. I get that.
But yeah, that right before that is when Slowick actually does bring up the idea that we were all thinking, which is, why didn't you all fight harder to get out of here?
Right. Yep.
And that's when I realized how pathetic these people realize they are.
Right. Exactly.
Which brings us to the final course,
yes.
the dessert.
Oh gosh, yeah,
which
dude.
was the s'more, which took up the entire restaurant, and the
They're all
marshmallow
dressed in it.
straitjackets, and the chocolate hats. Which
yes, dude,
those were real.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I got a crying baby right now, buddy.
That's fine.
Right.
Yeah, that was real.
That is crazy, because those were pretty sweet outfits.
And they actually set everybody on fire and killed them.
Well, that's good to know. I was wondering why I haven't seen some of those actors anymore. It makes sense.
But no, here's an interesting thing, and I'm not going to name the movie.
Uh-huh.
But we talked about another movie that where people being burned alive was ineffective for me.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think it was because of that movie, because in this movie, it was way more effective and it was way more horrifying to me.
Fair. Well,
And especially the
I
fact
get
that they were all
Yeah.
just sitting there, like they had all resigned themselves to it.
I know. It was I agree with you. It really did hit, but it was more sad too, because they all, like you said, it was like hopeless. Each and
Yeah.
every one of them
Yeah.
kind of gave that moment of like, we're dead. Just plain and simple. There's nothing.
And almost like they felt
Yeah.
like they deserved it.
Yep. Really bleak. Yeah. But kind of that ending was brilliant though. And I love too that final shot of, you already mentioned it, but just seeing Margot on the boat, watching the fire, not knowing necessarily what happened, because when she leaves, that's when they put all the outfits on, but knowing that they're all obviously dead.
Yeah.
And just
yeah.
eating her hamburger, I thought was like, what a perfect end to that movie.
Absolutely.
Dark, but just exactly how it needed to end. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And I love that it does cut to credits right as she's taking that bite of the cheeseburger.
Yep. It was
brilliant.
It really was. This movie was just a blast from start to finish. It really was an excellent, excellent movie.
Absolutely. The only other thing I didn't mention before we get to our 3 questions.
Yes.
They had the graphic cards for each course.
Yes. Yep.
To say what each course was and what it contained.
Yep.
I love that they even had one for Tyler's bullshit.
Yes.
And I wrote it down. Undercooked lamb, inedible shallot leek butter sauce, utter lack of cohesion.
Yes, dude. Awesome. I remember seeing what it said, and I was like, that's so perfect. Like, it's all those title cards were like, it would be really cool if there was like a poster of just each of those shots together. I think would look really cool with all like the ingredients and stuff. I think would be really cool because they were all pretty and awesome. Loved them.
Ready for 3 questions?
Yeah, I think so. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Who would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3.
Question number 1. What was the best death/kill in this movie?
Man. You know what?
What?
Normally I would go with one that was on camera, but there was only one that was on camera, and that was dang it, I didn't write his name down, did I? The mess.
The chef.
But I'm gonna say Richard. Because Richard, to me, while everybody was kind of horrible, Richard was the most disgusting of them all.
Right.
A man that fantasizes about his daughter. That's just gross. So the fact that he died at the end with everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm going with that one.
I like it. I kind of cheated. I just said everyone at the end just because it was, like you said, I mean, it's not we see the start of it. We don't necessarily see the finish of it, but
yeah.
I mean, it's just such a scene that you're like it sticks with you. So this is one that I just said everybody, like everyone at the final scene.
Yeah.
I cheated. So that's my answer. Question 2, was this movie scary?
No, this is not a scary movie. And again, it's not specifically a horror movie. It's more horror adjacent. It's got some horrific aspects to it.
Yes.
It's kind of a stretch. It fits on the show. It fits on our show here, but like I don't know that I would play it. Yeah, no, it's not scary.
I agree. It's not scary. Yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah,
or whoops.
just fun.
Question 3: did you have fun with horror?
Yes. Yeah, this movie is fantastic. Brilliant movie. Very, very fun.
Yep, completely agree. Super fun. Go see it if you haven't watched it.
Go see it. It's on.
If you're enjoying
it should
these
be
spoilers.
it's still on HBO Max at the time that we're recording this. So
yes,
go watch it if you haven't.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Although now you know the whole movie, so
still watch it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was amazing the second viewing. So even if you know what's going to happen, it's kind of a great movie.
Yeah, it really is.
So all right.
Well,
that's. Thank you, Enzo. That's the menu. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Is everything to your liking, sir?
Well, actually, no. Thanks for asking. I mean, look, the food's great, and we totally get all the conceptual stuff, but could we please get a little bread, and some gluten-free for my friend as well?
No.
No?
No.
Well, yeah, okay. This is all very clever, and I didn't want to pull this card, but you know who we are, right?
Yes.
You do. You know who we are.
I know who you are.
You know we work with Doug Varick, right?
No, you work for Mr. Varick.
Exactly, and so we all play on the same team, so just flip us a little bread, please.
We won't tell a soul, lady. Yeah, I promise, okay?
No.
Did you say no?
I said no, yes.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. That'll be all, though. Thanks.
May I?
You don't have to do it. Okay.
You will eat less than you desire and more than you deserve. It's a pleasure to serve you.
Okay, so Andrew, now
Scotty.
that we have watched the menu,
That's right.
would you please do us the great favor and tell us what we're watching next?
All right, everybody. This is a pretty new one I've been wanting to see since I first heard about it. And that is, it's Enzo crying. We're just going to do our review on an hour and a half of Enzo crying. No, it's called Megan or M3 Gan. But yeah, Megan. M3gan. One I've been looking forward to forever, knowing that James Wan is producing, which I genuinely love that man and everything he does. So I've been looking forward to this. Plus, I love dolls. Dolls are just super fun.
I'll be honest, the trailer really got me interested in this.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the trailer when we talk about the episode.
Right. Okay.
I actually worked on this movie for one day.
Really?
One single day. I got to
What?
work on some footage from the movie.
Oh, cool, dude.
And I saw some stills from it, and I was like, ooh, I want to see this movie.
Dude, that's awesome.
So yeah,
Look at
I'm
you.
really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, man, definitely. And it's in theaters, or it is now available like the early, whatever they
Is it
call
still
it.
in theaters?
I thought so.
Maybe.
I'm in a smaller town, so everything's until it's like the day it goes to DVD.
Top Gun Maverick is probably still playing in your theater.
Honestly, at this point, I think the first Texas Chainsaw is still playing at our theater. So from the 70s.
Man, that's a good theater.
It's a pretty good theater. Yeah.
I would go there.
It's a blast from the past. No, but I think maybe in some of your towns it's in theaters, but you can get it at that early buy on iTunes, Amazon, rent it.
Yeah, it is available at home. You can purchase or rent it. So,
yeah. So if you want to,
Megan,
if you want to hear about it, rent it, buy it, and then listen to us chat about it.
Do that again.
Well, it's him.
I know it's him. What do you mean? I didn't think it was you.
I'm rocking him, so he's like, dude, say something, buddy.
Oh, now that we're quiet, he shuts up. Come on, Enzo.
Enzo.
That's not that. We got to teach him how to be a better co-host.
I know you're better than this. I gotta smooch him.
You're fired, Enzo.
We have to let you go, buddy, but we still love you.
Well, once again, everybody, thank you for listening. Just to recap what we said at the beginning, the podcast is doing better than ever.
Yeah, for real.
And we have all of you out there to thank for that. So thank you so much.
It really means a lot. It really does. And both Scotty and I honestly, when we text each other, well, usually you text me and you're like, look at what we got today. It's just a moment that, like, it's a bright moment in our day, and it makes everything better. So
absolutely,
thank you,
man.
Thank you for that.
Very bright.
Mm-hmm.
So, Andrew,
Scotty,
I love you.
I love you.
Have a wonderful week. Have a good day with Enzo.
Thank you. Yes.
Tell Enzo thank you for guest hosting on our podcast.
Scotty says thank you.
I mean, he's had cameos before, but this is his first time that he's been this active on the podcast. So
yeah.
Good job.
Good job, pal.
All right, buddy. I will talk to you next time.
Yes.
On Fun with Horror.
So good.
Fun with horror. Goodbye. Bye.
Excuse me.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, what the hell are these?
These are tortillas. Tortillas deliciosas.
Yeah, so what are these?
These are tortillas, which contain EcoBright's tax records and other documents showing how your company has created invoices with fake charges.
How did you get these?
I'm sorry, but Chef never reveals his recipes.